Thank you. I am intimately familiar with this document, with the proposal as it was outlaid. As a matter of fact, I reviewed it. I'm a chief financial officer by trade, so I have very intimate knowledge of understanding budgets and evaluating projects, having brought two companies public and worked with startup ventures over the last 15 years, which is exactly what this is, which is why the skill set falls very nicely into what's going on here in county government. I actually had some comments when I was originally presented with this original proposal, went back to the author, and we worked through some of the challenges that I saw, and actually some modifications were made based on my observations. So the revised version actually is, it moves us in the right direction. We have to understand that what we're talking about here is economic development. And this is not going to be the silver bullet that's going to save Cuyahoga County. It's not. But it is a major component to help move us forward. We're going to see, and I've met with various organizations that are involved with the medical mart, with the convention center. We're going to find that the convention business is going to be, from a visitor's perspective, a smaller component of the convention center's usage. There's 125,000 square feet of dedicated medical technology showroom space, but 325,000 square feet of general showroom space. That space fits 93% of the conventions that are available and that are conducted throughout the United States. We have an opportunity to get a portion of that convention space. It is important to the county. It is important to the region. We will, through the projections that are outlined in this report, generate $60 million in direct labor income dollars by the creation of the medical mart. That's an important component to how we help drive this county forward and grow our economic development. The casinos are another major component. The East Flats redevelopment are another major component. We have to look at this in its entirety, not just as one element within our community. Thank you.
At this point, we do have more questions we can certainly ask, but we want to give all of you an opportunity to ask the candidates questions. So if you have a question for the candidate, please stand up, let us know who you're addressing it to, and 30 seconds a minute to respond?
I thought maybe, given the time, that if anybody, let's start here, if anybody has a question they feel, would apply to all the candidates, let's do one of those, or two of them, and then
I think that's going to eat up the rest of our time. I'd like to get in as many questions as possible.
Can you make a suggestion? Because the first person is at a disadvantage, the last person is at an advantage. Sure. I think all of us would welcome individual questions, one-on-one,
right, we'll do that.
and that way we could hear from as many people as possible in the next half hour.
All right. Sure.
This lady in the green, you had your hand up,
Yeah, except that this really is too long.
That's okay.
I'm
They'll
wondering
keep it
what
short.
your position is regarding the possibility of combining the local suburban governments under the county.
What's the question?
I'll repeat. The question is actually, if I may phrase it, is a regionalism question.
Right.
Yeah, the question of combining municipalities into one county government, or under one county umbrella, correct? Ma'am, I can tell you, having lived in Fulton County, Georgia, where that was done, it is not a successful model. There are opportunities here, and the Westshore communities are an example of that, where we are looking at combining some services voluntarily. Westlake is one of those communities that's looking at a fire authority. I would not be in favor of a county super government that would provide services. It doesn't work. Trust me, I've seen it firsthand. I can give you example after example. I'll tell you that the community that I was in the founding city council, we were the size effectively of this district. So from Bay to Fairview Park out to Olmsted Township, we had 5 policemen patrolling our streets because the county was providing that service. Government was so far from the people that we couldn't even get policemen and firemen to respond in a timely fashion. Our education was managed by a county board of education. And we all know where Georgia ranks, unfortunately, in the educational statistics. So I've seen it firsthand where it does not work. I've ridden with 5 of the 6 police departments in this district. And I can tell you there's something about community policing that is very effective. And I give you examples.
Can you wrap it up?
What do we want to do to keep that?
Yeah, 30 a minute, so we can get more questions.
5 minutes, did you say?
right, that's about it. Let me just-
Am I done? We'll go right on. So ma'am, I'm not in favor of the regional Wisconsin concept.
They're gonna finish answering and then we'll go to
You
you.
want us all to answer that?
No.
Oh,
I answered for all.
okay. Sir, you had a question?
You're talking about county government, but I'd like to know how you expect to interface with the city of Cleveland, which happens to be a big part of the county.
Is that to anyone in particular?
Okay, I'd like to answer that if I can. If you take a look at the 11 council districts, 6 of them already have Cleveland represented.
Need the mic.
Can you all hear me? Six of the county districts out of the 11 already have Cleveland represented. They're going to carry the majority of the vote. And let me say, I have to agree with Mr. Greenspan. In order to keep people in this county, you have to have communities in all different levels where people can join in and enjoy and have places where they can move up to as they succeed. We need diversity in this community as well. But yes, I believe that we need to, I just lost my train of thought on that. We need,
Regionalization.
no, but I'm sorry.
Happens to the best of us, it's okay.
I agree. I think that if our county wants to move forward, we do have to keep in mind that the city center, which holds the majority of jobs for our residents, needs to be strong as well. I am not in favor of a super government that would encompass our local governments. I think we have well-run local governments, and that's part of the reason why people choose to live in the community they live in. There's a reason for that. There's a reason people choose to live in North Olmsted or in Olmsted Township or Bay Village. And finally, as far as working with the government of the city of Cleveland, I've already taken that step. I serve on the board of the City Council Association here in Northeast Ohio. We are already moving forward in working with people in that capacity. Thank you.
Another question, or anybody have another question?
Can I just make one comment, Kat? The two quick things on the, you heard the saying in a sporting event, now that we're in football season, that, the competition plays up to the level of its other competition. I think the city of Cleveland leadership hasn't had anyone to compare themselves to. This new county government is going to force them to raise their game. It really is. And we all will make sure that happens, both the county executive and the county council. And to the lady that asked the first question about a super government, the main reason it won't happen, this is a new charter government. You can't change the charter government. It's set. The only way to change the charter government, it would be another vote by the people throughout the county. So that is never going to happen under this new charter government, a consolidation of all the suburbs.
Another question from anyone? Oh, I think the gentleman in the back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
All the representatives up here, just representing Council District 1, if once the council is formed, we'd be willing to travel throughout the county, various municipalities, and hold a meeting there. So a lot of us could come and listen and see the meeting instead of having to try to get downtown for whatever meetings are.
Since this is directed to all of them?
No, whoever would like to
Okay.
answer.
Well, Dave, Dennis, Nicole, and Brian have already answered, so maybe give the others a chance to chime in on that
I'd like to
question.
say unequivocally, absolutely. I believe that is a great idea, and I wish it would be implemented during the period that we're going through now, in which the transition committees are basically deciding what it is that we get to do with our future, the ground rules and whatnot. And I've been invited to many of these meetings and such, and we end up finding out that they're on the weekdays between 11 o'clock and 2 in the morning, or 2 in the afternoon, excuse me, when they might well be 2 in the morning, when these power brokers have time in their schedule to discuss the actual future. So I would like to see, as the gentleman pointed out, that we have rotating meeting locations. Thanks.
Pete?
In the interest of time, yeah,
we should travel every place that we can travel. That's it.
Good answer.
I think it's a part of the procedures that this new council sets up. They should set a schedule, whether it's once a month, every other month, however they do it, that they do meetings. We can do it at Westlake City Hall, you can go to Strongsville, you can go to wherever the community has the capacity to do it, so that right now, if you've ever been to a commissioners meeting, you couldn't get 1/4 of the number of people that are in this room in that meeting. So yes, it's extremely important, and that's why I said it in the beginning.
I think it's necessary. We're losing sight of the fact that, first of all, there's a county executive who's going to preside over the entire county and to set agendas and know what each area wants as a priority, and for us to set up an agenda to work on. We're going to have to know and hear from every area, and how the meetings are conducted would be a subject for discussion immediately, actually, by the county council and the executive. Yeah, there definitely should be communication on those issues. Thank you.
Next question. Any other questions? Al?
I'm a little confused here. I thought this was representative government, that we each elect representatives. Aren't the representatives going to talk to each other?
Yeah.
That's what I just said. I just said we need a meeting.
That's why you're there, to talk to people from other districts.
That's what I just said, sir. I just said that we have to do that because
Travel around.
right.
Why do you need to travel? I mean, you have a meeting room, you have a committee room, you have people from all the districts.
Well, I would say it would be a good idea for a lot of people to travel to see the conditions of these other districts and know what they're up against.
Then you don't trust the other representatives.
No, it's just a sharing of information, sir. Thank you.
I think Walt and Tom, you guys didn't have a chance to chime in, so.
I don't think I need the microphone. Absolutely, we need to meet with all the city halls, District 1. We need to meet with the foundations of this county. We need to meet with the state reps. We need to meet with the congressmen. We have to really integrate ourselves into the broader governance of this area and make sure that we're all pulling this wagon the same direction. We've got all these divergent entities in the state of Columbus, and you've got the county council, and you've got city councils. We've got to start getting on the same beat and have unity in thinking and try and make something happen, because something will happen on its own.
Tom?
Yeah, to keep it short, I agree with everybody. I think it'd be interesting. This is brand new. I think it'd be fun to put the council on the road, to engage the voters. I also think it would be a smart idea that the council persons in each district should engage the district cities, mayors and their administrations, and maybe have town hall meetings quarterly, or at least every 6 months, to have the voters come out and find out what's going on in their county, to have questions and answer period, and also explain what the decisions are that are being made. I think this is a wonderful opportunity to involve the community, and it's just going to go a long way in solving the transparency issues, and it'd just be a great thing. Thanks.